deathmatch. Man versus shark. Fists and fins flying on live television for all to see.
Australia's Mick Fanning, the three-time world champion surfer, was cruising his way to the finals of the 2015 J-Bay Open in South Africa when something unexpected happened. While gearing up to catch the next wave, things took a terrifying turn.
The whole thing popped up behind him and I was like, I haven't been emotional yet, but I gotta talk about it.
Suddenly, a massive great white shark latched onto Mick's board and started dragging him underwater. In seconds, he vanished from sight. His mother, who was watching the events unfold on TV, feared for the worst.
When that wave came up and we couldn't see him, I just thought, oh my God, where is he? Is he okay? Has he gone under?
She thought she'd lost her son forever. Sharks have always been a big problem for surfers. In 2023, surfers were involved in over 40% of all unprovoked shark bites. Luckily, Mick made it out without a scratch, but his life changed forever.
I just hit rock bottom. Felt like I had nothing to give.
How did he stop the shark from biting him? Why has he now made peace with these deadly predators? And what did he do to stand by another shark victim? Okay, before we sink our teeth into this episode, be sure to like and subscribe for more unbelievable survival stories. Just 1 year before his fateful shark encounter, Fanning was living the high life. He was a national celebrity, married to a famous model, and was on track to win his 4th world championship. But in the blink of an eye, his life flipped upside down. The whole world was hooked on his story. Reporters wouldn't give him a single moment of peace.
I wasn't prepared for it. I've dealt with media in the past, but to be in this huge spotlight where you've got camera crews out the front of your house 24/7, it's like, hang on, I'm trying to just get on with life here.
To make matters worse, Mick was going through a painful divorce. Night after night, his mind was still reeling from the horror of the attack. His PTSD made his life a living nightmare. And as if that wasn't enough, a few months later, his older brother passed away from a heart condition. Mick plunged deep into a dark abyss of depression. For months, he became a recluse, refusing to see friends or family. But something in him finally changed. We'll explain why later, but first we need to talk about an even scarier shark survival story that Mick came across years after his attack. And we'll tell you how he tried to help the brave survivor. 44-year-old Aussie Toby Begg is just one of a few people who've survived multiple bites from a great white. In August of 2023, the amateur surfer was chilling in the water with his buddies when they spotted a slight disturbance in the waves.
Just below the surface, where the water's disturbed, a 4-metre great white shark is moments from striking.
Before he knew it, Toby felt a sharp, searing pain shoot through his lower leg. A monstrous 4-meter shark had sunk its teeth into his calf and disappeared. As horrified witnesses looked on, it swam back for seconds, aiming for Toby's entire leg. Toby kicked into survival mode, paddling desperately toward shore. But the relentless predator struck again. For a grueling 30 seconds, the father of two fought for his life, finally making it to shore, only to confront the full extent of his injuries. He was losing blood quickly. Thankfully, an off-duty doctor and nurse were at the beach that day. They applied a tourniquet to stem the bleeding, buying Toby precious time to reach the hospital.
He is tonight in a critical condition, having lost quite a lot of blood in this attack. His family and friends in the surfing community are holding out hope that tonight's surgery pulls him through.
While Toby was lucky to survive, unfortunately, doctors needed to amputate his leg. Mick Fanning called him with encouraging words to stay strong.
That was nice of him, but the shark snapped his leg rope. I've lost my foot and maybe my leg, so I don't know what he was going on about.
Unbelievably, Toby returned to the ocean a mere 3 months later, bravely joining a paddle out to honor the memory of Zach Young, a talented teenage surfer tragically taken by a tiger shark in the very same bay. Sadly for Mick Fanning, the road to recovery proved far more arduous. On the day of Mick's attack, he was to compete against one of his best mates, Julian Wilson. They were neck and neck in ratings, but Mick was the clear favorite to take the lead as world champion. As he bobbed in the water waiting for his turn, a splash behind him sent chills down his spine. Next thing he knew, a massive great white shark yanked at his board. That's when a huge wave hit him from the cameras. Everyone thought it was over. But Mick was fighting tooth and nail, kicking and punching with all his might, expecting those razor-sharp teeth to tear into him any second. Finally, after 40 heart-stopping seconds, a rescue jet ski swooped in. The event was scrapped, both surfers settling for second place, but Mick lost more than just a competition that day. Despite feeling the pull of the ocean just a week later, Mick couldn't shake off the trauma. Every wave sparked terror, and his past glory seemed a distant memory. He was isolated, out of shape, and drowning in pizza boxes and beer cans, as his friend put it. But surprisingly, he managed to pull himself together thanks to his close friends and family.
Something that I've learned of a long, long time ago. That's what helped, starting to talk about it, not being shy to ask for help. There was times throughout the year where I was trying to hide stuff, and my friends were like, "What's up?" And that was the start of bringing myself back.
Mick's become a father now and has confronted his fears head on, quite literally. In the documentary Save This Shark, promoting the importance of shark conservation, he made peace with the animals. While Mick and Toby survived by throwing punches, they didn't have the best aim. Zoologist Aidan Martin warns that the real vulnerable spots are the eyes and gills. Let's hope you never have to find out. If you come face to face with a shark underwater, maintain eye contact and use any large object as a barrier between you and the predator. And you might want to avoid wearing anything shiny. They might mistake your shimmering bling for tasty fish scales. Sadly, sharks aren't the only danger lurking in the depths. In Florida waters, a U.S. athlete narrowly escaped decapitation by a mysterious underwater beast. Want to know what it was? Keep watching How to Survive.